All right, guys, mic test, please. Fancy seeing you guys here again. All right, guys, a quick recap from yesterday before we move on. Everyone got my email last night. It was a little bit late, later than usual for me, but I was out and about listening to Brendan for a while, and I saw a couple of possibilities and decided that by the time I sent the email out, our best opportunity was the EuroCAD. It delivered some profit. Here was the setup. We were nice and bearish here. We talked about it yesterday. We said if it comes back at some stage, we'll definitely stalk it. It tagged the outer band here. I thought about that spinning top, but I knew that it would have been at T2 had I got in here. We would have reached our second target. But I also was in a position where at the end of the month, and we've done quite well for the month, and I didn't really want to risk. I was quite happy not to take a trade. So the setup was this, the close of this big red, which was actually the same as an evening star, just with an extra doji in it. If you do candle addition, for those who understand candle addition, when you add them all up, there is not much difference between that candle, if you didn't have that one, and having it, if you know what I mean. So it's basically the same signal. Anyway, it triggered a it didn't trigger in for quite some time, so everyone would have been fast asleep. It triggered down here on this spinning top, this hammer candle actually, this hanging man candle triggered us. Our stop was up here, it didn't even get close. It was probably 20 odd pips away from our stop, 15 pips, and it just dropped. And here's our first target here. Now, because it was straight down, you could have easily stayed in this, and I ummed and ahed about this morning, but I did send an email out saying, take profit on your EuroCAD. Was anyone scratching their head wondering why? Did anyone stay in the trade? I'm sure a few people would have stayed in the trade. So most people got it. Okay, the reason I did it was very, very simple. I just stuck to my normal rule, and that was, if you haven't made T2 in the morning, just take your profit. So there's every chance this is going to fall, and I have been stalking it to see if we get a setup here for a continuation short tonight. That hasn't happened yet, but by closing the trade, it was one unit, nice 1-to-1, so it was still a +1 unit. I think in pips, if you're into pips, I think it was about 80 pips, something like that. So it was a nice trade. Second target's down here, hadn't been reached, but again, 1 hour trade. If you can't make it, I'm not too fussed. I'm happy to just take the money and run. Again, like I said, if you had have got in from up here and you had a way smaller risk, then yes, you would have made T2 very easily. And you sacrifice that when you wait for a better signal. Yeah, I mean, at this stage of the month, I'm more than happy to lock in the profits, Shane. I think my prop account is running for this month at around 22% ROI, which is pretty good trading. And most of you should be about the same. That's based on 2% risk. Okay, I'm using 2%. Remember I said I was trialing 2% risk this month instead of 1? So at 2% risk, so far I'm up about 22%, which is good trading, let's face it. Try and get that from your bank. How many years would that take you at the moment? That's in 1 month. How many years do you think it'd take 4 years. 4 times 12 months. Man, that's a long time. Horrible. Stop there with half profit, close trade with your email. You should have been stopped out, Bruce. You should have taken half profit, then you stop, move to break even, and then you close the remaining position like I did. But you shouldn't have been taken out of the trade anywhere. If you stopped out at half profits because you only had one micro lot running. Okay, let's go and have a look at what the market's given us.